Good evening and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals for public hearing on April 23rd, 2018. Matter of in-house. If you have a cell phone on, please turn it off or place it on vibrate. If you wish to speak on behalf of a petition, please come to the podium, state your name, and sign for the record. We'll be moving forward under continued business, ZB 2018-11, a special permit. Philip S. Nyman, Esquire, of care of Joe Lee at 31 Westford Street, Section 4.5.2. The applicant is seeking a special permit to convert the existing building in the urban mixed-use zoning district to a redemption center pursuant to Section 4.5.2 of the Lowell zoning ordinance and any other relief required. Good evening, Councilor.
Good evening. Members of the board. Excuse me. My client is here, and he's sitting back there, and his son and two associates from a redemption center in Dorchester that my client has an interest in. I have given you a copy of the building, and I wonder if I'm sure most or all of you know where that building is, know what it was, and know what it looked like. In what I've given you, you'll notice there are sections of the building that look like death warmed over for a number of years. On top, you'll see a few pictures of what my client has done to the property already. And this is a building that's been a warehouse for a number of years. I don't know how many of you remember this, but at one time, this was a Cott beverage distributing building, and it was owned by a Mr. Garnick and his associate. And you can see the broken up sign on that building that was there. They were Cott tonic distributors for a number of years. Then what they did was sold the Cott distributing company, and they went into the vending machine business. And they operated the vending machine business out of that for a number of years. I happen to know the building well, and I could tell you, as long as you want, what the operation was, because my father was at one time the owner of the Cott Distributing, only he was over across the street where the gas station and the 7-Eleven is now. And he sold the business to Garnick and the other fellow. They ran that for a number of years, and then they broke up, they sold the Cott Beverage, and they ran it as a vending machine company. And they did that for a number of years. After that, the building lay rather remote. At one time, it was owned, I don't know if any of you are young and old enough to remember this, but there used to be a variety store attached to that building on Howard Street. And it was run by Bill Hovanian, who lived on Gate Street. And it was a very high-grade variety store at that particular time, run by the Hovanian family. Thanks to Mr. Shanahan, the building inspector in Lowell, we dug up some records. And in October 4th of 1968, this property was used as a result of receiving a special permit from this committee. The land and buildings for the conduct of a wholesale distribution of non-alcoholic beverages and bottles, cans, storage, merchandise, and the like. We have that record, and it goes back as far as, I believe, 1938, where the Cott Beverage Company ran it, and then they changed it to Garnick's. What we're trying to do here is obtain from you, it's a non-conforming use according to the zoning. We want to create a new non-conforming use. We want to create a new non-conforming use in accordance with the requirements of the statute. Number one, we want you to know that we want to change this from one non-conforming use to another, but considerably less non-conforming and considerably higher class operation. And that, of course, is covered by 4.52. And basically, what we're attempting to do is run the business. And my clients are here to tell you what the business is and what it does and how it operates. But basically, you're going to find that this business, the building has been completely renovated. The contractor is here. You've seen, I've given you pictures of the outside of the operation. The contractor is here to give you the inside if that's something you're looking for. In addition, we're talking about parking. There's plenty of parking. You'll see that on the plan that we gave you. I believe there are 10 spaces already marked up that we could give immediately, and there are other spaces in the property. We've got a letter from the inspector with respect to having space outside for us to dump waste. We're asking you to give us one dumpster, which we will be putting in the rear on, you'll see it on the right side for the Howard Street property. The other issues that are here, quite frankly, are the social and economic advantage to the neighborhood and to the city, which one of my clients will give you and let you know what this business will do. This business will help to clean up the city of Lowell. This business is not a recycling business. And first of all, a recycling business wouldn't be allowed here, but it is not recycling. And what it does is it encourages people who see empty bottles and empty cans and all sorts of beer cans and beer bottles on the street thrown around to come into my client's establishment, walk in, come in with bags, and we will just take them in, spread them out, spread them into different brands, and they will always, whoever comes in by state law must be paid 5 cents a bottle that comes in. The interesting part of this presentation is you're going to hear why this is an advantage to the underprivileged of the city of Lowell. If you walk around the city of Lowell, and there's one particular place on Gorham Street near the furniture store, there's a woman who looks like she's 80 years of age. She's about 4 feet tall, and she carries one of those green grocery bags filled all over with what I have been led to believe are plastic bottles and plastic cans, which she picks up wherever she's going. People like that will be using this facility for material that they have picked up that's just been disturbing the entire city, and will be able to be given some extra money. Right up there, they come in, if they have 100 cans or 100 bottles or whatever, They will be given the money right then and there. We think it's going to help feed the homeless. We think it's going to help feed and raise the level of living for less fortunate people maybe than we are here. That's an advantage to a business that very few of us have seen in the city of Lowell as a wholesale business. The traffic will not be heavy, so it won't affect the traffic. It'll have adequate utilities and public services. It'll increase and improve the neighborhood character. Just look at the photos that I exhibited and look at the way the new building looks. Look at how clean it is. Look at how bright it is. Look at how light it is. Look at the windows that are there. Look at you being able to find the parking spaces on Howard Street. That will encourage other people in the community to maybe do more with their business frontage, with their business assets, and create more taxable income and a better way of living in that community. There is not an environmental problem, and the potential for the fiscal impact is great because this company will do business, the community will make money, there will be additional tax money coming into the city of Lowell, and all of these are the criteria set forth in 11.3 of the zoning code. So we've complied with the zoning code. We've given you what I believe is everything that would be required. I don't believe there's any opposition here. If you've driven by, and I'm sure some of you have, you just open your eyes at seeing what a great place it is. They ripped down the signs that were up on top. And basically, because we think we've complied with whatever is required of the zoning code, because of the site, and because of the compliance with 11.3, we think we could prove that to you. Now, rather than, if I may take another few minutes, and I'd like to bring up my client, just have him tell you a little bit about how the business is run, what it does, and why it's such a clean operation. Would that be acceptable?
Certainly.
Come on up. Please give them your name.
Yes.
This is Joe Lee.
Yes. Good evening, gentlemen. My name is Joe Lee. I own one redemption cycle in Dorchester, and I would like to open another one in 31 Westwood Street. The hour we will open 7 days a week, and 8 to 5. We just collect the bottle and make separate. The can we put for the can, the bottle we put in the bottle, in the bag, in the pallets, and next day we deliver for like Coke Company and Pepsi Company or Heineken beer, and we don't have any recycle in there at all. Like I feel like I open over there, convenient for the neighborhood, like people poor or the old people, they can work, they carry the bag, they drop up 5-10 minutes. And the building, when we move in, we just to do the building nice, clean, and got a parking space, and we remove the inside to outside, and put new window, and the building look very, very good right now. Thank you, gentlemen.
Are there any
Okay.
questions for him?
Not at this time. Nope.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
sir.
Thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
up.
It's Mr. Lee's son, Jim. He'd just like to tell you a little bit about.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So we wanted to, say a couple of things about, the business. One, the building looks phenomenal now. It's been a eyesore for quite a while there. And I think that one of the biggest things is, driving down Westford Street now, it's one, building that we have to, look at that's not, run down for quite a while. It looks great now, and I think the business also for the community, it's a great location for all access from Middlesex Street, Westford Street, Chelmsford Street, or from the other side of Lowell. People can walk to the facility. People don't have to park. A lot of people that collect bottles or cans, whatever. Easy access. The facility interior, great facility, very clean, very organized. You walk in, there's areas, for people to set their bottles and cans, and pretty easy process. You walk in, the people will count their cans. There will be employees there to help facilitate, the customers, and then once they count the bottles and stuff, the people are paid. They leave. But we found out that sometimes this becomes, with the location being there, a lot of people would probably do this multiple times a day. They would go out, find more bottles or whatever it is. One thing is that it will help the city become much cleaner. I know there's a lot of bottles, especially around the area, in the communities and stuff like that. People like to, one, throw the bottles outside, and leave them around. And while these people can pick up, the bottles, clean up the city a little bit. And like Phil said, around the neighborhood, this is a pure example of how, we made this building look really, really nice if you drove by. Other businesses can follow the same suit, and make Westford Street, a much cleaner and nicer place. Yeah, good? Oh, okay. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.
May I give these to Christine and ask her if she could show this? This is what it's going to finally look like when the sign is in. That's my final presentation. I hope I've covered everything that you would want to have covered, and that we've shown you that we comply with the zoning, we comply with the requirements, and we think that this is a great business that will be a very good example of what Lowell could look like in a commercial district.
Okay, thank you. That being said, moving forward to the public hearing portion, anyone wishing to speak in favor? In favor? In favor. That portion of public hearing is now closed. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition. That portion of the public hearing is now closed. You're going to open it up to the board, but prior to that, Councilor, just want to make sure you did get receipt of the comments from the city, comments page, so we can go through those right now, since Mr. Lee did make comments that the hours of operations are going to be 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, if you could come up, Mr. Lee, we can go through these questions, and
come up here with me and you can answer these questions.
yeah, we'll make a matter of conditions as we move forward. A delivery schedule, you're going to be having trucks coming in and out, or
whatever the car they wrap up, we count in there, and we buy from there, and next day we deliver from big company.
okay. So your delivery schedule is going to be mornings or afternoons?
Like 7, 9 o'clock in the morning,
Okay.
we load to the truck, they deliver, and one afternoon. Sometimes we deliver 2 trips a day.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure they clean up
Oh.
much we can.
Inspectional services will
Yes,
will
sir.
ensure that as well.
Yes.
Thank you, though. And then one other issue on the comment section from the city was, is the fence and gate that are on the site plan, are they remaining?
Oh, what I mean.
There's an existing fence and gate. Is that remaining on the site, or is it going to be removed?
Talking about the
The
fence
fence
on
along
Howard
the
Street in the back.
Right.
Or in the back, we will put the bank behind, near the parkings. And also the dumpster, we put in there, we put the bank around for the dumpster.
Okay,
Yes, we will do that.
okay.
As far as the dumpster is concerned, my client has a question as to what was suggested by Christine, and what is it, I believe Christine indicated, or thought that maybe we agree that the space for the dumpster, a double wide enclosure, I believe, has been suggested, and my client indicates that that may be, that he would prefer to have a single wide dumpster, is that correct?
The comments are referencing
The comments
a
come
double.
from Gunther Wellenstein from Solid Waste and Recycling, and I think he calculates the size of a dumpster based on your proposed business, so you could probably work that out with him.
That would
Can,
be fine, but we agree on the location, no question.
Okay.
Like, excuse me, sir, and excuse me, miss. I got a question. Can I mention, please?
Go ahead.
Like, another recycle, we don't do any recycle on anything. Just only the plastic or any trash. We throw in the dumpster. We pick it up once a week. And we got the pants, the truck, that we pick it up. Sometimes we see like a lot of trash. We call company come up pick it up 2 times a week, like Monday or Thursday. Because when we buy the bottle, we already put it separate. We put in the bag, we wrap them up, put in the truck, we deliver to the big company, and like Coke or Pepsi or Heineken. And that's why we don't get any trash. Only trash like the paper or the plastic area, we put in the one dumpster.
Okay.
Yeah, even we use one a week, funny enough.
We're just going to put in the note sections that obviously the dumpsters to be head in. It is the recommendation of
We
Gunther.
put all the way in the back.
Yeah.
We put the door, put the pan around, inside the parking lot, all the way in the back, the building. And we got funny space.
Oh, there's plenty of space. You just want to work with DPD and Gunther and
Yes,
just make
sir.
sure that
We
you're in
do.
compliance with the dumpster
Yes, sir.
ruling. No, that's it.
I was led to believe that there may have been a recommendation to you from Sean Shanahan indicating that he believes that this is a quality type building that would benefit the city, and he indicated that he was going to communicate that to you. I don't know if he did.
Okay. Oh, we
Thank
appreciate
you
that.
very much, sir.
Okay.
May I get any question more?
Well, we'll see. We're going to open it
Yeah,
up to the
thank
board at
you.
this time.
Good evening. Thank you, gentlemen.
We're
Ladies.
going to open it up to the board. Philip?
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Okay, good. Sorry.
You have a good first name.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, actually, this is a good business, of course. It's going to help clean our city. I'm just a little concerned, but probably you can take care of it. Sometimes where they recycle those bottles, you have a lot of people standing there, loitering around. I don't know how you can take care of that, how you can handle that.
Go ahead.
May I answer, gentlemen? Excuse me, sir. May I answer your question, please?
Okay.
Yes, because we got employment work in there, they already, if we see the customer come over, like example, they bring 2 box beer, we count how many bottle in there, we give them the cash, and not even 5 minutes, they will be out of there. Not the foods or the drinking. They don't will hang in there longer, no traffic. Even you want to park in here, there is no reason to park in there either. Yeah, like you bring the bag, we count how many can in the bag, we give them $5, $10, they be out of there.
Okay, all right. I wish you
Thank-
luck.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
I wish you luck.
Thank you very much.
Okay, man.
Thank you, Philip. Mark?
I think you're off to a great start. The improvements that you've made to the existing structure have greatly enhanced the look of the neighborhood, and I wish you great success in your future venture.
Thank you, Mr. Beard.
Thank you, Mark. Sean?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I share the same sentiments. I mean, at least as for what the improvements have been done so far to the building, it looks very, very nice. I commend you on that. But a couple quick things. First of all, the signage you provided, Attorney Nyman, that's not going to be illuminated, the signage, correct?
I'm sorry, what?
The proposed signage for the building, is that going to be it's not illuminated signage, correct? Not going to be internally illuminated, it's just a sign?
It's the signage, it won't have the other signage. What I've showed you in the picture is what we'd like to have on the building.
Okay, but it's not, again, it's not going to be lit up, it's not light, it's not going to be illuminated, it's just a sign that's on the building?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because they have to come before us for illuminated signage anyways, I think, if that's coming forward, so. The other thing, and maybe I missed it previously, but as far as the fence with the gate, you were referencing it's in the back. I think what we were referring to was on the site plan, it's actually right before the garage doors. I think that's what we were referring to.
Yes, sir. All the way back, not near the garage door. We still got the land in the back.
Okay, but what, I think what we were asking, what are you gonna do about the fence with the gate? Is that gonna remain the one that's on Howard Street, on the back end of the front parking spaces before you get to the garage doors? I think that's what they were referring
The
to.
existing marked 6 parking spaces?
No, we go all the way in the back.
Yes.
The back of
Oh,
it.
all the way in the back.
All the way in the back. They don't belong in any kind there, this area, and near, before the garage either. All the way in the back. We got this area to hang around on the building, we put on the corner in the back. The truck
Okay.
can come over, pick it up.
So
anytime.
what are you gonna do with the fence before the prior 6 existing parking spots? Well, I think that's what the question was. I just wanna make sure we're
The
clear on that.
thing in the back.
No, the one right after the 6 existing parking spots going from the front of the street
Right here.
to Howard, to the,
Oh, this?
yeah,
This week, the thing before the old building, they pull in the park. Now we put the woods, like 4 foot or something like that. We put the woods.
okay. So is there still gonna be a fence there? Is that?
Yes, correctly, sir.
All right, is it gonna be an opening for, another additional opening there that's for the trucks to pull in and the cars to pull in, or?
No truck then can pull, because we got a little bit of space, they can back up the truck to the garage.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
But the fence that's near the existing garage doors. is that
Yes, that's the one I'm referring to. I think
Yeah.
that's what we were referring to in the
what I'm saying?
comments.
And then there's a fence right here. So what he's saying, a fence with a gate.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep that fence with the gate open or closed?
Oh, we don't put the gate no more.
Okay.
Yeah, we
That's-
take the
that's
gate
what-
out.
That's what I was referring to.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because I was getting confused there, because how the truck's
Because,
how the truck's gonna pull into the
No,
back to like get your deliveries and back and
No,
forth, so.
because before they do, they got a gate in there. Now we go over, we take the gate out.
So would you be
into the
just
fixed area.
objectionable to, I mean, I'm thinking it would be objectionable just to take that fence and take gate out, if that's the case, but I mean,
Yes.
I can understand if you want to keep it for the purposes for when you close up, so that nobody's going back there.
We don't need to close. We put the light on for the nighttime.
Okay,
Yeah, we put the parking clean. We put the new pen around. The car can get in, get out anytime.
okay,
And we put the camera near the parking lot.
okay.
We put the camera in the back door. We put the camera in the
So you
front
have
of
you
the
have plenty
building.
plenty of security cameras to show?
Yes, sir.
Whatever, okay.
We put 16 camera in the building.
All right. I guess if you're going to keep the gate there and it's going to stay open, I mean, at least during business hours, you should be able to probably close it. I mean, it's up to you, but I mean, that was one of the comments that was in the comments from DPD as to what you were going to do with that. So if you're going to keep it,
Why don't you take the fence with the gate down?
We already take the gate down already.
you already took it down.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. That answers, that answers the question right there.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we don't have to worry about that now anymore.
Yes.
The only other thing, with regards to the dumpster location, and you work with DPD and solid waste as far as the location and the size of the dumpster. I mean, Gunther Wellenstein did place on his suggestions that his suggestion is in compliance with the dumpster ordinance, so I would suggest that you can work with them with regards to it, but I would suggest if you got to comply with the ordinance, that's probably something that you may want to consider, so. Other than that, this is something that I think is going to be, especially the rehabilitation of the building itself alone is going to be beneficial to the neighborhood. It's actually, and the business itself will be beneficial to the neighborhood, and I wish you the very best of luck, so, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And you could walk by and see the.
If you can, you can come down, take a walk around, and see how we did.
Thank you, Sean. Van?
Uplifting building.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Through you, I agree with my colleagues, Mr. Nyman, Mr. Lee. I think this is great what you're doing for the building, for the neighborhood. As we all know, Lowell is a very urban, middle, lower class family, so a lot of people will actually use this service. It's not just something that is just for, show or whatever. And, I know Mr. Lee has a few different businesses in Lowell, so thank you for investing in the city, sir. We appreciate it. And, I know you run a very clean and efficient professional business. So I'm not worried about the single side dumpster or one side dumpster. But I think overall, I think this is great for the city and great for the neighborhood. So I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Lee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Van. So you heard the comments of the board. You provided the hours of operation. You provided delivery. You're in agreement with removing the fence and the gate. You will be in compliance with the dumpster ordinance through solid waste. Any other comments from the board? That being said, may I have a motion? May I have a motion?
Okay, let me ask. Just for the record, we have one condition, that you'd work with Department of Planning and Development and Solid Waste Recycling on the placement and the size of the dumpster, which should remain in compliance with the dumpster ordinance. So that's the only condition. So through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for ZB 2018-11 on 31 Westford Street for a special permit under section 4.5.2 for approval to convert the existing building at 31 Westford Street to a redemption center with the previously aforementioned condition regarding the dumpster.
May I have a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Chairman Perrin,
Approve of condition.
Member Peck,
Approve of conditions.
Member Callahan,
Approval condition.
Member Briere,
Approve with conditions.
Member Jamina.
Approve with condition.
So you've been approved with conditions. Best of luck with your new business, and thanks for bringing the business to the city.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Counselor.
Thank you very much, gentlemen and lady. And thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Moving forward, under new business, we're going to take a couple of matters out of order. We're going to move forward, ZB 2018-14 for a variance by Tran Realty at 484 Merrimack Street under section 6.1.4, 4C, and 6.1.10. Mr. Theodoris, good evening, Counselor.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. This is a request to continue the public hearing to May 31st. We were before the Planning Board for a special permit for use, as well as to reduce the parking. And we had some issues that came up that we need to work out, and we feel it'll be a better application before the board if we continue this matter to the 31st.
Very well. As always, your preparation in front of the board is greatly appreciated. That being said, can I get a motion for a continuance?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to continue ZB 2018-14, 484 Merrimack Street to May 31st, 2018.
May I have a second?
Second motion.
May I have a roll call?
Chairman Perrin,
Approve continuance?
Member Peck,
Approve continuance.
Member Callahan,
Approve continuance to May 31st.
Mayor Briere,
Approve
Member
continuance. Approve continuance.
Member Jamina.
Approve with continuance.
Counselor, your continuance has been approved. We'll see you that evening.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Chairman. Have a
My
good night.
pleasure. Have a good night. Moving forward, under new business, ZB 2018-15 for a variance, Attorney John Cox and care of Frank Gorman, 31 Fairgrove Ave, Section 5.1 and Section 5.1.2-2. Good evening, Mr. Hanson.
Evening, Chairman and members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Attorney John Cox. He wants to, we're going to respectfully withdraw the application. He's unable to be here himself to make the formal withdrawal, and we're requesting to withdraw the application without prejudice.
Very well, let it know, be part of the record. We are in receipt of a letter transmittal as well from John F. Cox, Esquire, asking for a withdrawal without prejudice. That being said, may I have a motion?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, on ZB 2018-15 for 31 Fairgrove Avenue, move that it be withdrawn without prejudice.
May I have a second?
Second motion.
Roll call.
Chairman Perrin,
Approve of withdrawal without prejudice.
Member Peck,
Approve withdrawal without prejudice.
Member Callahan,
Approve withdrawal without prejudice.
Member Briere,
Approval.
Member Jamina.
Approval.
The petition has been withdrawn without prejudice. Moving forward on the new business, ZB 2018-17 for a special permit and variance. Emma Hilliard at 432 Suffolk Street, Section 12.1-A and 5.1. The applicant is requesting a special permit and variance to convert an office space into a single-family structure that is located in the urban mixed-use zoning district. The applicant is seeking special permit approval pursuant to Section 12.1-A and variance approval pursuant to Section 5.1 Lowell zoning ordinance and any other relief that is required. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. My name is Emma Hillard. I'm an EMT who lives and works in Lowell, and I plan to start college in Lowell in the summer. I recently purchased a property at 432 Suffolk Street that was originally built in 1975. It is zoned urban mixed use, and in the past has been used as an attorney's office and a doctor's office. However, the architectural blueprints that I have from 1970 say that the building's original purpose was for its use as a residence. I believe I've provided that picture for you guys. The property had sat vacant for the past 2 years prior to my purchasing it on April 21st, 2018. It has 3 bedrooms with closets, 2.5 bathrooms, a fully functioning kitchen, 2 fireplaces, a small deck, 4 off-street parking spaces, and a little yard. It was listed on the MLS and sold to me as a single-family residence. It is currently completely functional as a single-family home and a private residence. I was so excited to find such a hidden gem in the heart of Lowell, and I'm very excited for the property, to be the property owner and to begin minor home updates and increase the property value of my property and the surrounding properties. I've already installed internet. I've completely overhauling the electrical system for safety as well as aesthetic reasons. I'm doing plumbing. I have carpenters in there working. I'm doing landscaping. I purchased 432 Suffolk Street with the intention of living in the property as my primary and sole residence, as I currently work and will soon go to school in Lowell. I have no plans of renting the property and have no desire to be a landlord. I'm not a business owner or a real estate developer, and I have no need or desire to use the building as a business, an office, or in any commercial capacity. I have no plans of altering the exterior other than doing landscaping and making it look better, and no plans of increasing the square footage or anything like that. I only asked for the board to review the property and allow me to prove to you that it's a single-family residence. I've also brought along some pictures of the property when I first purchased it, a picture of what it looked like when it was first built in the 70s, and some of pictures of the process of improvements that I've done so far in the last month.
Thank you. Any other comments at this time?
I'm also asking for trash pickup, as I don't have any trash pickup at the moment.
So that's housekeeping. If you approve the special permit, it would automatically trigger for residential trash pickup. Yep.
It's a matter of course, so.
Yeah,
you're lucked
goes
out.
along with it.
Yeah. Just before we move on, did you get a copy of the letter, the comments from the DPD?
I did.
And you've gone through that, so you may have to answer some of those questions here now.
Okay.
Anything else at this point?
No, that's it.
Okay, that being said, I'd like to open up the public hearing portion. Anyone wishing to speak in favor? In favor? In favor. That portion of the public hearing is now closed. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition. That portion of the public hearing is now closed. I'd like to open it up to board. Phil?
Actually, I have no comment. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mark?
Thanks for your investment in Lowell. I hope that you'll find that structure to be home sweet home very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Sean?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just got a quick question for Christine. Looks like we're on here for a special permit under section 2.1A and then a variance under 5.1, but what's the purpose of the variance? We don't have any dimensional breakdown of the property, so I kind of can't get an idea of what what's the use of the
So
variance
she
is.
needs almost every dimensional variance. She doesn't meet any of the side setbacks.
Okay.
The land area per dwelling unit. It's in the existing structure, it's the existing lot, nothing's changed, but because she's changing it from a professional office to a residential, she doesn't meet the lot size, the minimum lot size and the side setbacks, the rear setbacks.
Okay, all right. No, it's just, I can understand that because of the reconforming it.
No, but I apologize for not articulating that to the board.
There was nothing in the paperwork about what the breakdown was, so, and I'm just getting to look at the photos. I mean, I gotta hand it to you. This is, there's comments in there from the building department. You said it was a hidden gem, and this looks like it certainly absolutely is. I mean, driving by, I'm impressed by, like, wow, it's a good idea. I mean, to convert this. I mean, it's like, and just seeing some of the pictures that you presented right now with all the work on it, it's.
The last two are Photoshop, but that's what, that I'm working with the landscaper that's what the plan is going to be, what it should look
Yeah.
like when everything's blooming.
I wish you the best of luck on this. This is a very good, looks like it's going to be a very, very good project. It's something I'm sure you're gonna cherish for all your times in Lowell, hopefully till the very future, because it seems to be something very, very nice, and I wish you the very best of luck. So.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sean. Van?
I agree with my colleagues. This conversion makes sense. When it's originally built, it was for a home, so, just converted to an office space, now it's back to a home, and, wish you the best of luck. I think it's going to be a great project, so best of luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Van. Well, you've heard the kind words of the board. You're very well prepared, and you're enthusiastic about what you set out to do. You're obviously committed to the city of Lowell. I know you work here, and you're going to go to school. I wish you the best of luck. And taking on a project of this size at such a young age is formidable. And I think it's a positive light of who you are. I have no further questions, or only comment I have is it'll be two separate votes, correct, Christine? Okay. That being said, can we move forward with a motion, please?
Through Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion under ZB 2018-17, 432 Suffolk Street for a special permit under section 12.1A for approval to convert existing building at 432 Suffolk Street from an office space to a single-family structure.
I have a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Chairman Perrin,
Approve special permit.
Member Peck,
Approve.
Member Callahan,
Approved.
Member Brier,
Approval.
Member Jimino.
Approve.
Your special permit has been approved. Moving forward, may I have a motion for variance?
Through Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion under ZB 2018-17 for 432 Suffolk Street for a variance under section 5.1, meeting requirements of conversion of this existing building at 432 Suffolk Street from an office space to a single-family structure.
May I have a second?
Second motion.
A roll call, please.
Chairman Perrin,
Approve variance.
Member Peck,
Approve variance.
Member Callahan,
Approved variance.
Member Brier,
Approval.
Member Jimino.
Approve variance.
been approved for your variance as well. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you for all you do in the city.
Thank you very much.
Take care. Moving on to our next petition, ZB 2018-16, for a variance, David Brown at 49 Belrose Ave, Section 5.1. The applicant is seeking a variance approval to construct an addition to an existing home at 49 Belrose Avenue. The home is located in the traditional single-family zoning district and requires variance approval from the zoning board under Article 5, Table of Dimensional Requirements, Section 5.1, for minimum front yard setback, maximum floor area ratio, and for any other relief required under the Lowell zoning ordinance.
Good evening, Chairman and members of the board. For the record, my name is Matt Hammer with Lamplex Engineering and Surveying. Here also this evening is the property owner, Mr. David Brown, who's here as well. We're here this evening to seek two variances from the Lowell zoning ordinance. The first variance is to Section 5.1 of Article 5, Table of Dimensional Requirements, due to the minimum front yard setback, and we're asking relief to that setback of 3.3 feet, where 15 feet is required, and we're proposing 11.7 feet. Additionally, we're seeking one other variance, and that is to the floor area ratio, where the floor area ratio in a traditional single-family district is 0.35, and we're proposing 0.43, which is an exceedance of 0.08 to the zoning ordinance. Before you on the easel is, excuse me, a plan. It's a proposed plot plan. It's the property is on the corner of Waverly and Belrose. The lot size is 7,372 square feet. We're proposing a two-story addition onto the existing dwelling. That addition is going to be approximately 412 square feet. It'll go from a 1.5-story dwelling, with the addition being 2 stories. All the other dimensional requirements are going to be met. As you can see from the drawing, that there's ample amount of green space around the building. The building is currently being serviced by 2 parking spaces off of Waverly. With the proposed addition, we would have to slightly expand the existing parking to ensure that we do have the full 2 spaces, because the addition will slightly encroach into that existing pavement area out front. The property is well kept. David and his wife, Bridget, have lived in the house since 2007. They have 2 small children, and we know with children, you're not sure about how much square foot you need for the family, and they like the neighborhood, and they've retained the services of Gavin and Sullivan. That there's an elevation. I don't know if everyone has a copy of the architecture plan. If you don't, I have extra copies. But they're, they've hired Gavin and Sullivan to prepare drawings. They prepared a great design that we feel is going to fit into the neighborhood nicely. The addition is 16 by 22 feet, So it's creating dimensions that are comparable, which would make the quality of the space that they're creating just that, to be quality space. They're doing it on the side of their existing home that's not further encroaching into the rear play area or the side area. And we think that that building will not be detrimental to the neighborhood and in fact enhance the neighborhood. We feel as though the variance for the floor area ratio is justified in the way that we did an analysis of all the existing properties in the neighborhood. And the properties in the existing neighborhood range from 4,750 square feet to 9,069 square feet. And if you take the average floor area ratio in the neighborhood, the average floor area ratio comes out to 0.43, in which we're actually 10% below the average in the neighborhood. I thought that that was important distinction, just in that, yeah, we are an increase over the floor area ratio, but it's not exceeding what is the average in the surrounding area. We got the comments that were provided by the Department of Planning and Development. In my mind, the comments were favorable to this proposal. As we know, I think one of the most important parts is to make sure that we're not compromising parking and doing something that's so that doesn't fit into the neighborhood that it'll cause it to not fit into the property. So we were optimistic about the comments that were provided. David did go and speak with the Department of Planning and Development before he came and saw me to discuss the proposal as well. And we did not receive any comments from Solid Waste and Recycling nor the Building Department regarding the building plans that were received. And I can open up to the board for any questions.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. That being said, I'm going to open it up to the public. Anyone wishing to speak in favor? In favor? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Pitkin. I live at 26 Waverly Ave, and David is our neighbor. And he also has a corner lot, which I do, so I understand why he needs the variance. I'm very happy that the young family is expanding their home in the city, and we look forward to seeing more of them. It definitely will enhance the neighborhood. Guys, vote for it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor? In favor? In favor. That portion of public hearing is now closed. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? In opposition? In opposition. That portion of public hearing is now closed. I'd like to open it up to the board. Van?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I think this can be approved. I see this variance. It makes sense. It fits in with the neighborhood. When I read the comments, the relief he needs are like 1 foot on the side setback and maybe 3 foot on the rear side setback. So it's very minimal relief in my opinion. So I think this makes sense. Thank you for staying in the city. Wish you the best of luck, sir.
Thank you, Van. Sean?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think the only question I had was regards to the driveway. So this driveway is remaining where it's at right now? It's not going to be?
That's correct. We're just going to add a couple more feet to the right as you face the driveway, just to show that it can be expanded a couple feet to have ample room for the vehicles.
I agree with you that the comments received somewhat appear to be mostly favorable towards the applicant. I think the only concern mostly was about the driveway and making sure that the driveway remains kind of in the same dimensions as previously. But this looking at it, yes, what's being proposed is similar to what's many of the houses that are in the neighborhood there as well. the relief you're seeking isn't all that bad. So I do wish you the best of luck. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sean, Mark?
Well, you're certainly right about how well-maintained the property is. It's a great-looking property as it sits presently, and what you propose to do, these architectural drawings, I think they're super. I'd be happy to be a neighbor, so I wish you the best.
Thank you, Mark. Philip?
Yeah, I mean, I like the architecture anyway. It's a nice building. There's actually one comment here. I don't know if you have it. They say if you're going to remove any trees, if you intend to replace them.
No, there'd just be a minor disturbance to the localized lawn and bushes near the building itself, the existing, and that'll just be expanded out. And I'm sure it'll be nicely landscaped like it is now.
Okay,
So
all right.
if there is any disturbance there.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you, Philip. I agree with my colleagues. I mean, I think it's a wonderful plan. It's going to enhance your property and your family's life, and that's what it's all about. It's very nice your neighbors came out and spoke on your behalf. And again, anytime young families stay in the city, that gives us our next generation, and that's really important to who we are as Lowellians. So thanks for putting together a great presentation. I know if Mr. McCarthy was here, he'd be very grateful on the amount of green space that you're maintaining and not taking down any trees. So that being said, I move forward. We'll have 2 votes, correct, Christine? We can have...
You could do the 2 separate variants or clump them if you want. It's up to you.
Yeah, we'll take 1 vote. May I have a motion, please?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion on the ZB 2018-16, 49 Belrose Ave for variance under section 5.1 for minimum front yard setback and maximum floor area ratio to construct an addition to the existing building located at 49 Belrose Ave.
May I have a second?
Second the motion.
May I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Perrin,
Approve variance?
Member Peck,
Approve variance.
Member Callahan,
Approve variance.
Member Briere,
Approval.
Member Jamina.
Approve.
Very well, sir. You've been approved, and we wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors there.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you tonight. Moving forward, do we have any other business? Nothing under other business? Nothing, no handouts. We'll look forward to anything via email. That being said, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
We have a second.
Second the motion.
Meeting's adjourned. Have a good night.